I just put my glasses up because I really need to tell you something really serious. So I usually show my eyes. I usually wear blue light glasses, but I want to show my eyes to get your attention and say hello so you can see my face and we can connect better. But this is the very first member of the League of Extraordinary Femme Founders that I am announcing on YouTube. So for those of you who don't know what that is, on my blog every single week I would announce a League of Extraordinary Femme founder who is fabulous. And the whole purpose of it was so that people could collaborate, network, grow their, in case someone, not just grow their services and grow their friends list, like on Facebook, a top 8, whatever. I mean, MySpace, sorry. Jeez. Anyway, it's deliberately so that people can help each other find services. It's like a little black book of who are all these femme founders up and coming, making noise in their industry and leading in their industry depending on your needs. Say if you're a digital entrepreneur and you're looking for someone who's in charge of social media management, you can definitely find someone with me through my League of Femme Founders. But I dropped the ball because COVID has happened, or should I say COVID, because I don't know if YouTube allows that. But it's really hard to get out there and network when you can't even get out. So what's the whole point? But I wanted to bring this to the online space, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to do this online. I'm a digital entrepreneur. I know how to find clients online. I know how to find people online. I know how to find all of these fantastic female entrepreneurs who are selling their services digitally, especially in the online space. I've said like online 1,000 times. And instead of calling it the League of Extraordinary Femme Founders, I just call it the League for short. So it's like, are you in the league or not?
Hi Femme Founders, I'm Gia, hostess extraordinaire of the Gia Dixon channel, where female entrepreneurs can find everything they need to live their best lives. I'm a business consultant based in Los Angeles and talent agent to social media influencers. Subscribe now to find everything you need here to excel in business with the best marketing tricks, elegant style, clean beauty, business hacks, and female wellness. Sign up now to my free content ideas where you'll get tons of free downloads to level up and monetize your online presence straight to your inbox every single month. I'll see you soon!
If you're a female entrepreneur, especially a digital one, or even a brick and mortar one who has an e-commerce or a actual brick and mortar store, you know what, hit me up, at care@giadixon.com. It's in the link in the description, so you can find it and email me and send me who you are, tell me about you, send me all your your Instagram, your online presence, because you're gonna need that if you want to connect with these ladies, especially on Instagram. So this first fantastic femme founder is Nadi Moss, Nadi, last name Moss. She is from St. Petersburg, Russia. She's got over 10 years experience as a photographer. She's worked with Vogue and multiple Vogues around the world, Glamour, Elle, even Playboy, and I actually had a photo shoot with her. So she shot me twice in the same week, and I'm planning to work with her at least once a month from now on. She's totally worth the money. Everybody talks about branding shoots, and I like to just simply do an Instagram content shoots with her because she's so good. I love the quality, I love her editing, and so she gives you a Google link with all the photos that you did in the photo shoot, and after the photo shoot, of course, and then it takes like about 7 days, maybe 14 days, depending on how much work she has to do. And I had 2 shoots with her, so it'll take 14 days total. And then you get to choose which photos that you want, and she gives you 10 edited final cuts. So you get first pick. So what I ended up doing was just working with her was amazing because she was so good that I look like a movie star, and I've never looked like this in photos. Nobody's ever captured me looking like this. I only look like this when I take photos myself, but it's hard sometimes to get the right angle and show my whole outfit because I'll end up covering a detail that I didn't want to on my clothing or whatever it is, because I love fashion and style, and that's a very important part of my life, and she really captures that. She's a fashion photographer, she's a lifestyle photographer, and even commercial. So you have seen a lot of her work probably if you pick up a magazine or even go on Instagram. Her Instagram is here. All her info is in the link in the description. If you want more than 10 photos edited, because she does a really great job, she charges $20 to edit per photo. But the whole everything I gave her, seriously, the photo shoot was insane, and she's really professional, she's easy to direct, and she's not rude, and she's extremely polite, and she's really chill and cool and very concise without being crass or anything. And the thing is, the photos that I got her to edit, that I asked her to edit, excuse me, the photos I asked her to edit were ones that I thought were already good, but like there were so many good photos. So I chose ones that were already good so that she could edit them and touch them up and like do all her Vogue airbrushing, Vogue magic. Like, you know, in Sex and the City when Enid, Carrie Bradshaw's editor, is asking her to do a photo shoot, and she's like, why don't you do it? It's Vogue styling, Vogue fashion, Vogue airbrushing. And that's like what I immediately thought of when I when I worked with Nadi. I've been actually looking at her work for over a year now. I have a clothing line, I had a clothing line, and I'm bringing it back, definitely, but it's just a lot of work, a lot of stress, and I'm working on other parts of, I have 3 businesses right now, and so it's a lot of work, and I want to put 110% into my efforts. And I originally found her online through this thing called Photo Booker, Booker. So it's a website where you can find photographers who specialize in certain types of photography, headshots, photo shots, family shots, and this was specifically e-com and commercial. And she was on there, and I found her. I looked up her Instagram, I looked up her website, I stalked her to heck because her work was fantastic. It blew me away, the editing. And she had like what I noticed a lot of Russian people have this style of editing. Not like every single Russian person. I mean, like this is prominently known in like very like high-end, highly lit, like wonderfully, like a lot of depth and contrast within the photo, and you can definitely see that in her work. And I'm a huge fan of that. That definitely aligns with my brand and my style. And when you see that style, you associate like Steven Meisel with that dark, deep, like if you see black and white and it's dark and deep, that's what reminds me of Patrick de Marchelier. Arthur Elgart's very like behind the scenes. Ansel Elgort is that's his son, Ansel Adams, excuse me. He's like known for being very like the whole landscape is selective focus, so there's like not a detail that's out of focus. Her style is very like, she makes her skin look so beautiful, and then like, but she still makes it look real and like realistic and it's natural, where a lot of people just go overboard, where I really appreciate that she doesn't like make you look fake. Or like I noticed like J-Lo's billboard one time was up on some street here in Los Angeles, and I was like I remember my friend said the airbrushing on that is insane. And I looked at it and I was like, I couldn't even see her pores, which is like pretty, but it's like you still want to look like a person. At least I do. As for her portfolio, let's see here. She's worked with Maison Margiela, Aritzia, Vogue, Elle Glamour, even Playboy, along with many other publications that are listed on her website. She also works with a lot of local Los Angeles fashion brands, which I love. And if you check out her about page, you will be blown away. Just like her resume alone will blow you out of the water. And who says no to fantastic work? I don't. She's definitely worth the money. And there's like a lot of photographers out there who charge through the nose, but the thing is, I have worked with photographers who were cheaper, and there's definitely a difference. So I used to work with a photographer all the time that was like, she's good for her style, and it's not my style. It doesn't necessarily align with that. Like, I am willing to shell out however much it costs for a certain look, a certain image that goes with my brand, and I want people to know me in that sense. So I'm willing to I love that high-end Vogue style. I'm not necessarily going to go for like the indie Urban Outfitters Polaroid shots. That's not me. Like my clothes don't look like that. It's very out of place. It's like younger. It's for a younger crowd. That's not me. So why would I team up with a photographer who collaborates in that, or who works with that style? So when you're working with an artful entrepreneur, so like someone in a service-based business as a photographer or a designer, interior design, a stylist, you have to make sure that they align with your brand first, because you're not just hiring them and saying, I can only afford this much, therefore I'm gonna choose you to do this project. And if your styles don't align, you shouldn't hire that person, because it's gonna end up looking like a style that you don't like. Because if they're an expert in this one style, you want to pay them for their expertise, not for something they hardly know. You want to get the expert that is aligned with your style. So that doesn't make sense. I see a lot of that happening, and people think those people are also the naive people who come in thinking, you work for me. It's like, no. especially when it's an artful entrepreneur, an artist, you have to realize that it's more of a collaboration. So you guys are coming together. You say, this is my mood board, this is my style, this is what I love, this is the vibe, this is the atmosphere. You have to give that to them, and knowing their style, looking at their portfolio, seeing their work, you have to see if that fits with you, and they will see if they fit with you too, because you're not just hiring like you're not just going to Walmart and picking off a photographer from off the shelf. You are finding an individual who has a form of expression that they want to share, not necessarily with everyone, because not everyone's going to align with them, and they know that. So it's okay to work with someone who is very specific in a style that you want to have. You want to represent them and represent yourself in this way. On top of that, every single shot that Nadi did for me made me look like a movie star. She even got me channeling my inner Jessica Rabbit, like old Hollywood glamour. Seriously, there were some photos where I never knew I could pose that way. I know I can pose because I used to be a professional dancer. Dancing is just going from pose to pose to pose to pose. But this was truly like sex bombshell. I don't know how else to say it, but it was a sexy, fun shoot. It wasn't like lingerie. It was just like more provocative, like showing a lot of skin, but it was like pink and green and purple, and it was like bright and colorful still. So it wasn't like a dead-on like seductive thing, but it was in a different sense. It was very like my personality and her personality together, which I really loved. So I'm not talking about being simply polite when I talk about how kind she is. She's truly kind and she has a good attitude, very positive. That made me feel at ease and comfortable. So, but she had me stay in my comfort zone too, which was odd because like I'm used to like pushing myself when I'm in a photo shoot where like I realize, oh my gosh, I look ugly in that photo, like my nostrils are flared, but she had me stay in my comfort zone, but the photo still turned out elegant and I still felt like a lady, and like she has like this really good energy and she has this really good way of harnessing like what I think would make you feel like a model, I guess is the way I would describe it. But she was also still out of the box of the regular thinking of what I would normally do in my shot. So like the way I would pose and position myself, she would like position me very professionally and in a way that I felt was very, very just like I felt comfortable. I don't know, comfortable, stylish. I felt like a movie star. Like that's the only way I could describe it. Like I felt special. There's nothing else like that when you're getting a service received. She's such a professional in a way that she even asked, "Are you a blogger?" And I was like, "Yeah, how'd you know?" She's like, "Just like the style, the feel, and the way of the mood board that I sent her beforehand." And I was like, wow, you're on point. Like just everything about her, she knows what she's doing. She's been around the block, over 10 years experience, so I wouldn't doubt that. I did 2 photo shoots with her, and the first photo shoot was for my Instagram. It was for my sales page also, so I needed some photos, like professional photos where they're bright and colorful and catchy, and I am smiling and looking at the camera because I have a tendency to not smile and I just look a bit intense and sometimes even mean or upset. It's just like I have hooded eyes, but like they're sort of hooded, but sometimes when I'm tired they are. But they were for my some Instagram content, so I can promote my new launch that's coming out. This is basically how I remembered so a branding photo shoot is basically how you want to be remembered on the internet. So people, when they see you, they will initially think, oh, like I recognize that photo. Like it's memorable. That's how I would describe it. It has your brand colors, your vibe, the experience that you would get when you see that person. Like it has a lot of your personality and it's very memorable. That's the way I can describe it. But how it worked was I booked her online, paid a small deposit, and then paid the rest in cash in person. But she was very direct and personal, calmly sweet. She was very calm and sweet. She truly is, and she made me laugh so much, and she's really good at connecting with people, I think. But whatever she said, I listened because she made me look amazing. So if she said jump, I would say how high, and I trust her with my life. There were so many incredible shots. I cannot iterate that enough. But I've worked with many photographers. I used to be in a band, I had my own clothing company. I would do my own content shoots. but nothing else was like working with her, and I felt very at home and not pressured to be too out of the box or uncomfortable, or I wore whatever I wanted, and we really aligned as artists, I think. So that's something to consider. Just a little background about her. She's from St. Petersburg, Russia, lived in Moscow for about 6 years or so, and then has been living in LA for 4 years, I want to say. And I love her work and have had my eye on her for a long time. She's like, I'm gonna definitely book her once a month for having some like high quality delicious content. As much as like I can afford to have her, I could definitely do a few times a month, but I am working on 3 huge launches right now, and I have multiple businesses, so there's a lot going on. Otherwise, I would love to have like a photo shoot every single day with her if I could afford it, but she's totally worth it. And I've never seen like, so you know how when you have the photo edited, it looks beautiful, but even just the natural snapshots, she knows what she's doing with the ISO, with the lighting, with everything. The natural photos themselves were just, I don't know how else to describe them, and the content from my Instagram is gonna like blow people out of the water. And the thing is, she showed me how to do things with my face too, like what muscles to use and like how to pose and my angles. I know my angles in an okay amount, but she like brought it to the next level, and I felt very taken care of. Having a branding photo shoot is like having a wedding day. It's so much fun. It's very fast. Well, the way it went was very fast. I changed very fast anyway, and I got all my shoots together and changing them into I'm very fast at changing into my next look and preparing ahead of time and just being organized. So what I love is that she has the option that you can hire a videographer, a stylist, a makeup artist, and hair person with her in case you want that option. So I did my own makeup and I did my own hair because, well, I went to a salon a couple days before or a day before and I had it done. But because of my negative experiences with makeup artists before, because like I have a really distinct face. I know my face better than them. I remember I was in a commercial and I was on set and they did my makeup and I just looked horrible, and I was like, I'm never doing this again. So but you just have to, it takes years to really be in sync with a makeup artist, with a stylist, with a photographer, and with her it was like instant. But it's not just because they're skilled, you just have to know your face, know your features, or know your personality. And with her, like, she said that I was easy to direct because I trusted her with my life. So anything she said, if she said chin down, chin up, like I would do it. I wouldn't be like, but I know I look good only with my chin down. But when she said chin up, I was like, she's trying to catch the light on a certain part and on a certain part of my face, and I know how I know that she's gonna do a good job and that these photos are going to come out well. It's not completely off my radar to work with a makeup artist. I'm definitely gonna do that in the future again, and I will leave a review and with a videographer and a stylist, because I've never actually worked with a stylist before. That's really fun, and I'm gonna definitely organize something with her with that in the future. I'm officially welcoming Nadi into the League of Extraordinary Femme Founders, and highly recommend her as someone to collaborate with here in Los Angeles, or sometimes on her Instagram she'll announce if she's going to New York or going to somewhere in Europe, in Greece, and she will let you know like that she's going out of town, so to book her. So here is her info at the bottom with her Instagram, her website, her email. Aside from that, she has 2 Instagrams. At Nadi Mas Photo is her professional like portfolio, and then at Arty Hope, like ARTYHOPE, it's down in the info, is her personal account, and you can see like an inside of her life. She's also an event planner and has some serious music festivals that she organizes that are similar to Burning Man, and they're super fun. I've been to a lot of those, like amazing times in the desert and meeting with really good energy, positive vibe people, and she's in charge of that. So like imagine like she said, I asked her about it and she said she loves doing both equally. They're just so different. Being an event organizer, especially for music festivals and just like warehouse parties, and for doing photography, especially fashion, because like the work she does is incredible. And she showed me so many videos of all her work, and she's also not pretentious and just does what she wants as opposed to what's trendy. And she's very like on point, even her style, and like when she comes on set, she has an aura about her. She's magnificently styled. But I love everything about working with her, and you can see the photos on my Instagram coming up completely finished that are edited, but here are some, and here's some of her work. But the first shoot I did was in my backyard, the second was in a studio rented, which I like to call the pink room, and it's beautiful. And if you'd like to know more about her, here is her info. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions about collaborating as a Femme founder, getting your info on my roster, and or just if you want to work with Nadi in general. Don't forget to contact her directly, or you can contact me here in the comments on Instagram if you have any more questions about my experience. And don't forget to sign up to the links in the description for free monthly content ideas. You're gonna love it if you're an influencer, if you're a business owner, especially online, when you're entering the online space and trying to navigate digital marketing. You have endless ideas here. I'll see you later.